everybody. Welcome back to another Wednesday whiskey review. We're sitting here.
From you boys, the buff. Do the intro right or don't do it at all.
If they click the link to the video to watch, they know who we are.
That's
if they're
debatable.
listening to us on the platforms, they know who we are.
Debatable. Do you know who we are?
It's been almost math. It's going on 3 solid years. We're doing really good, guys.
Oh, yeah.
But anyways, we're sitting here with Peerless in front of us. It's a Kentucky Straight Rye Whiskey small batch, 750 milliliters in a very interesting bottle. It's 110.9 proof, 55.45% ABV, and there's a serial number on the bottom of it. So regarding this, we should probably touch on sponsors first.
Correct.
So they don't get too mad.
Go for it.
Because I think there's a little bit more to that than what meets the eye, as they say. So Addie's Fine Wine and Spirits in Billville, a.k.a. Williamsville, thank you for your continued partnership / sponsorship with us. We appreciate you. If you have not reached out to them and or visited them and or supported them, download their app on the Addie's Fine Wine and Spirits app on Apple App Store, Google Playground, Play Store, and check out their inventory. If you are within the state of New York, you can have anything shipped to you. They also have a great wine selection and an in-house wine sommelier with a very knowledgeable staff that can help guide you in the right direction if you or anybody you know is confused on what you are in the mood to drink. If you do work with them, just remember to drink responsibly, which we'll touch on again at the end of this video. Again, if you are new to this channel, please like, comment, and subscribe. Drop a comment if you are interested in trying this. And Derek, let's talk about this specific product.
So Peerless has been around for a while. Figured that out. It's been around since 1889 from their founder, Henry Craver. He first began putting whiskey into barrels in 1889, which marks the start of Peerless whiskey production. Henry immediately started building a new warehouse, which became bonded under the 1896 Bottled in Bond Act.
Nice.
And then once Prohibition hit in the 1920s, Peerless was one of the few distilleries that was able to operate and provide whiskey for by prescription for medicinal use, which is cool. I love having whiskey on the show that came from that level of history. It's really cool.
I agree.
One cool thing about this distillery is back in the Bottled in Bond days when the federal government had to come up with tax dollars to fund the Civil War, they gave each distillery a DSP number, which is a distilled spirits producer number. And then when Peerless first became established, it was DSP KY50, which means that they were the 50th producer under this new legislation, obviously to be able to provide the federal government with tax dollars. A whole thing with the Bottled in Bond Act. If you want to learn more about that, let us know and we can dive more into that. But when the Peerless distillery, it kept going on, and then when the grandson and I believe the grandchildren took over the distillery, they lost that number, but then they got it back, basically. They're like, we want this DSP KY50 back, and they got it. So that's what's all over their bottle and label and everything like that, which is pretty cool. It's a cool piece of history.
That's a power move.
Oh, yeah. All right. So like Mike said, this is the small batch Kentucky Straight Rye Whiskey, and let's talk about it. Label branding. What are you thinking? I kind of like the bottle. Very unique. Freaking doorknob of a top, huh?
Pause.
What?
I agree with you. This is one of the more unique bottles and cork / toppers that we've ever had on our show. I do like all the touches when they incorporate the serial number everywhere. DSP KY50. The bottle shape is similar to a barrel, I would assume. You know what it reminds me of? Those old mug root beer hard candies.
Oh, yeah.
That we used to choke on as kids because they like slid down our gullet and then somebody had to flip us upside down and save our life. So yeah, that's what this reminds me of, especially because it is a darker spirit, which I do like. Label branding for me, A++ check.
A++ check. I agree.
I agree.
I like the green on it too. You know, rye. Crush it. All right.
It's a common theme. Nose of the bad boy. Or girl. I don't know. Whatever it is. Okay.
This smells full-bodied. And not just because it's hot. It smells thick.
This is also our proof point. So we're literally
Yeah.
doctrinally insane.
This smells syrupy.
Syrup?
Yeah.
Syrup.
Doesn't it?
It does. There's some notes to it that you really have to wait to enjoy because of the amount of ethanol that's coming through it. You do smell the heat. But yeah, it's syrupy, and then it's kind of got this I don't know. It's almost like a tang to it.
Little tang.
Yeah, in the nose.
Little butterscotch and caramel too on it.
Yeah.
And then it hits you with the spice too. There's a lot of spice with this.
I'm going to go A on the nose.
I'll go A plus. So let's go A check.
I agree.
I agree.
It's oily too. All right,
It's very
initial
oily.
taste. Dude,
This
it's almost like piney.
This is an oily boy. This lingers forever. Name the movie.
I always think of SpongeBob.
Sandlot.
Oh, well, yeah, that too.
Crush it. Very oily. Like this is still lingering.
It's hanging out. It's definitely hanging out. The heat hits the initial bit. It sits on the front of your tongue, chills, and then a couple tasting notes kind of impact your tongue as it travels down. This is good.
It's still lingering.
It is, but the heat of it dissipates really quick for a 110.
Yeah.
It's not overly hot where you're like, I can't even drink that. Maybe that's just because I've had a fairly interesting day and I need this right now. But this is enjoyable. This is a nice 110.
Mm-hmm.
Damn near 111.
So what are some of the notes that you're picking up?
A lot of honey. A lot of caramel.
I can pick up a little leather on the back end,
Pepper, toffee, and leather.
but then I'm also getting like this pine sap note.
Yeah. I don't know why it's piney. I like it, though. It's in a good way.
It feels sticky. Pause. It feels like it has that. I don't necessarily know if it's pine per se, but like the sap that comes out of a pine tree, that stickiness, it kind of dries your mouth out a little bit, but keeps it somewhat moist and sticky. Just follow me here. Don't make those faces. I really enjoy this taste because it literally is still lingering. I had another sip, but it's just like there.
Yeah.
This is a sipper.
It 100% is. And I really want to try this with one drop of water and see what it does.
Pause. Hold on.
You got the dropper?
A little dapper do?
Yeah.
Found it the other day.
That's what I'm talking about, dude. Where is she? Oh, you're running away? All right, well, see you later. That was fun. Where was this? She was hiding forever.
I'll tell you when you're older.
Older. Okay, so what's up?
It's in my garage. As they say. Not to sound pretentious or anything, but I was overseas. I like how well put together this is. I am interested, obviously, to try it with water, but it is very compact, but lingering, if that makes sense. It's not like, to me so far, we'll talk about the ending note in a second, but the initial taste is so punching you in the face and then just stays there and then just dissipates into all the flavor notes. And I like that it's so well put together and compact, if that makes sense.
It kind of just brought out more caramel and honey, which I'm okay with. But it's those same notes. There's a little bit of like a fig and citrus on the back end. Very, very, very faint citrus. I like this.
Okay, so initial taste, you want to go
A.
A plus?
Yeah, that works.
I agree.
I agree.
All right.
Any note, same thing. Anticipates quick. No indigestion. Nothing crazy down low. You feel it hit your stomach because it's 110, but it's not unbearable by any means. And then there's nothing negative from a side effect of like, oh gosh, I just drank fire. Nothing like that at all.
Yeah, you can kind of pick up more of that leather on the back end. But to me, the appeal to this and what this does well is the initial taste. Because that initial taste hits you so hard and it lingers forever that you almost kind of forget about an ending note because you're still cherishing that initial taste bomb.
There's some butter on the back end in the ending note. I'm getting butter on the back end. Ending note for me, I'm still going to go B+.
Surprisingly, this isn't as spicy as I thought it was going to be, though.
Yeah, do we know the mash?
No.
Okay. All they say is sweet mash.
Might be able to check it really quick, though.
Yeah, I enjoyed this. For me, B+ on the ending note.
I'd still probably go A. So let's go B+ check.
B+ check. I agree.
Peerless Rye mash bill.
Final rating. Pending mash bill information if we can get it.
Cannot, at least on their website.
Awesome. Sounds great.
Cool. All right. So, final rating?
Give me that countdown.
3, 2, 1.
90.
92.
91.
Love it.
It's really good.
It's a very good product.
Yeah. Just remember, guys, it's hot. Okay. It's 110. Borderline 111. So if you do decide to pick up this product, swing on over to Addie's.
If they have it. I don't know. Put a link down below. Not sure if they have it or not. We're sure they can get it in.
No doubt.
I just don't know about that 10%, yo. If not, there will be a link down below to a product you can get 10% off. But I believe they could probably get this in. Chances are, yes. We'll see. This didn't come from them. What up, Steve? No free shout-outs, but thank you. Crushed it. All right, everybody. This has been the whiskey review for Peerless Straight Rye Whiskey. If you have any questions, leave the questions down below. We will try to answer them as quickly as possible or include them in another episode if it warrants it. If you are going to pick this up, like Mike said, please remember to always drink responsibly. Be a good person. And Michael.
Do not litter.
We're out.